Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot and a PMDG 777 beta tester. PMDG have just released the next update, build number 37, for the Boeing 777-300ER, and there is also some news on other aircraft such as the 737 and the DC-6. But let's start with the update for the 777 itself. As always, you can download it through the PMDG Operations Center. If you go to the Aircraft and Deliveries tab and then to Product Updates at the top, you might have to hit Check Now so that it searches for any updates that are available. And build number 37 is now the latest that's currently available and that has just been updated. For the first time in the 777 release cycle, it does not primarily focus exclusively on stability updates, but also includes a broad range of other fixes, such as some changes to the ACARS and CPDLC model, and most importantly, also some sound changes. Now, the sounds are obviously not final yet, but in my opinion, they did do quite a good job in some first couple of adjustments that you could do in the time that was available so far. Obviously, further updates are going to follow, but nonetheless, I'm very interested to hear what you guys think about the latest update to the sounds for the Boeing 777. Now, let's go ahead and have a look into a couple of the news that have been shared on the other aircraft types as well. As always, you can find the original forum post from Robert Randazzo in the video description below, so if you prefer reading over listening to it, then by all means do head over there. So let's now go into what's been posted for the update, and I will quote Captain Randazzo over here. Captains, now that the 777-300ER are beginning to settle in with wide use, we are beginning to expand our attention outside the 777 circle in order to get caught up on a few other product lines that have been starved of attention while we went through the full team effort to get the 777 into your hangars. We have also just pushed another update for the 777 that I will detail at the bottom of this post, but let's first get you up to date on a few other news items for your weekend. PMDG DC-6 Cloudmaster for MSFS. Next week, we anticipate bringing you a small update to the DC-6 that will improve texture clarity on gauges and dials and on many of the placards and indicators throughout the flight deck. This change flows from some techniques we developed while working on other projects, and we found they worked really well, and when we applied it to the DC-6 experimentally, the outcome was impressive, so we thought we would roll that out to you. PMDG 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. As we were approaching release of the 777, MSFS Sim Update 15 arrived, which included some platform changes that unmasked a couple of problems that would cause the aircraft to become unresponsive, even though the simulator remained running. A simple way to describe this is that there were a number of changes on the platform side that increased the platform's sensitivity to certain C++ code issues that other compilers didn't stumble on. We saw these problems appear magically in both the 777 and 737 simultaneously, so we kept our focus on finding and fixing them on the 777 in order to get maximum benefit from the effort. And with today's 777 update, we are pretty certain we have knocked down the known triggers. While working on the 777, we have been applying these same cures to the 737, and in a few hours we will be pushing updates to the entire fleet of 737s off to the beta team to validate so that we can issue new updates to the 737 series next week. This should cure all known freeze behaviors in the 737, including the long sought after cure for the TCAS RA freeze that we have been chasing for the better part of 2024. That one appeared after Sim Update 11, I think, but was so obscure it took until we saw a mass proliferation of trouble with Sim Update 15 for us to be able to find it. Look forward to updates to roll in the first half of next week. PMDG 777-300ER for Microsoft Flight Simulator. With this week's update, we have a few more fixes to the freeze issues that we have been chasing since release. We are confident that with this third update to the 777, we have given her a proper level of stability and protection from freezes that were unmasked with the SimUpdate 15 release. The good news here is that as we have found the root cause of each one, we have been able to evaluate the code methodology throughout the entire project to ensure that we find all cases of that problem. Our guard is still up and we are still evaluating reports that come in, so if we find others, we will continue to roll fixes to you as quickly as we can. With this update, we begin a more normal shift towards fixing various bits and boops throughout the airplane as well. You will notice that the change list for this update is longer than the previous two, as we are now into the normal meat of each post-release cycle, where we go after items that get reported by users and beta testers in the post-release phase of the product cycle. You can obtain this update via the PMDG Operations Center only at this time. Simply run the OC, then go to the updates page. You might need to hit check now to refresh the data. Let the OC download and install this update and you're off and running with the very latest. The change list for this week is in the forum post available, but we are also already at work on a significant update for next week that we anticipate will include a fix for the long file names problem that affects some users. We are also testing changes that will allow Navigraph nav data to be updated via the Universal Flight tablet. There are a number of other fixes pending as well, and we'll detail those for you next week. Quote end. So now head over to the PMDG forums if you're interested in reading the changelog. Overall, it's 68 issues that saw the attention today, and it really is a broad mixture of stuff in the flight model, autopilot stuff, ACAS, CPDLC stuff, some general stuff, and also quite a bit of sounds and quite a bit of stuff on the models that have been worked on. Overall, really worth checking out, and especially for the sounds, I'm interested to hear what you think about the now updated sounds. Again, remember that they are not final yet, more changes will be done to those sounds, so obviously if not everything is entirely perfect yet, be sure to leave your feedback with PMDG so that they know what to work on, and generally, as always, if there is something that you think could be improved in the aircraft, be sure to submit a support ticket, as that is the only way how PMDG will get to know for sure that you think something should be improved. And again, the only direct way to contact PMDG is via a support ticket on support.pmdg.com. So comments under YouTube videos, comments in internet forums, they might not be reading that stuff. Send them a support ticket and that stuff they read for sure. And looking at the amount of things that they've been fixing over the past couple of days, I'm pretty positive that they will fix yours as well eventually. Now, as always though, if you have reported something and that's not been part of this update just yet, don't panic. The list is obviously long with so many people getting their hands on the product and providing their feedback as well, so just because something is not in today's update doesn't mean that it's not going to be in the next one or in the one thereafter. You get where I'm going with this. So thank you very much for watching. Now leave your feedback for especially those sounds and leave your impressions of the aircraft in the comments below. I'm very much looking forward to them, and if you're up to see the aircraft in flight and to see how that Egypt Air 777 just got to that New York airport that you see over here, subscribe to the channel, as that will be coming up over the course of the next couple of days. Thank you very much for watching. I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one. Enjoy your 777s, and if you really like what I'm doing on this channel, be sure to like this video, comment to let me know what you think, and subscribe if you're up for more. Thank you for watching, and see you all again on the next one.